Hello students, today I am going to start the next lesson, The Adventure of Toto, and I am going to start the lesson. First of all, have you ever had a baby monkey as a pet? Have you domesticated any pet, any animal not, a monkey in your house? Toto is a baby monkey. In this story, Toto is a baby monkey. Let's find out whether he is mischievous or docile. We have to find out where in the story whether the dog is whether the monkey is mischievous or humble. So the adventures of Toto. Adventures of Toto. Absolutely. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The author's grandfather had bought Toto from a Tonga driver for rupees 5. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there. The grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. When the grandfather saw that the Tonga driver had kept the little monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey was very sad there, he thought that he would add the little fellow, he would add the baby monkey to his private zoo. Toto was a pretty monkey. It was a very beautiful, very nice monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows. His teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the little life of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. Look here. The eyes of the Toto was bright and looked mischievous beneath the set eyebrows, and also he had white, pearly white teeth. And when he showed these teeth to someone, the tenant of the author's house, the Anglo-Indian ladies became fearful or became frightened. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. But whenever you see the hands of the monkey of Toto, then you would find that his hands are dried up just like pickles, which are dried in sun for years. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks, also served as a third hand. That means his fingers are mischievous, he always ready to do something, and his tail, which also a beautiful part, as grandfather had thought that he could use it as a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. That means he could use his tail as a third hand to catch the branch, and also the soft things which are unable to get with hands. He used his tails to get them. Grandmother always fussed when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. Grandmother always became angry whenever grandfather brought home the new bird or animal in the house. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until he was in a particularly good mood. Listen. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. So grandfather thought that Toto should be kept in a secret without knowing any other, for until the author's grandmother would be in good mood. Good mood. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a backpack fastened into the wall. That means for some time they thought that it would be the Toto must be kept in its secret. So they took the Toto to the author's room and was kept in a closet and tied securely there by fastening a peg in the wall. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as a naked brick and plaster. Look here. A few hours later, when grandfather and the author came back to release Toto, they found that everything was destroyed in the room. Whatever decoration was there in the room, the Toto had destroyed everything. The peg in the wall had been raised from its socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. Look, the peg that was raised that was fastened in the wall was raised from its socket, and also the school blazer of the author was found in shreds. I wondered what grandmother would say, and the author was surprised at what grandmother would say. But grandfather did not worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. But grandfather was not worried, and he was happy to see the performance of Toto. Here he is clever, said grandfather. Grandfather said that Toto is clever. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into rope and made his escape from the window. That if he is given time, he was sure that he could make a rope with the torn pieces of blazer and he could escape through the window. His presence in the house is still a secret. Until now, his presence was a secret to the house. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet dog. Look. So now Toto was transferred to a cage in a servant's quarter where other animals were kept. So Toto was now transferred to the servant quarters and was kept in a big cage where a number of other pet animals living there. There were a tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and also the pet goat of the author. But the monkey would not allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So, grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. But the monkey did not allow any of the animal to sleep at night. He disturbed everyone. So, grandfather thought that if he would not be in the house because he had to go to collect his pension in Saharanpur, so he thought that it would be better to take Toto with him so that he could not disturb anyone of the pets. So he decided that he should take Toto with him. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip, but he told me about it afterwards. Look, it was a bad luck for the author that he could not go with his grandfather on that trip, but when grandfather returned from the trip, he told everything to him. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto, and to take him to Saharanpur, a big black canvas bag was provided for Toto. This, with some straw at the bottom, became new abode, and keeping some straw at the bottom of the bag, it was made a new abode for Toto. This, with some straw at the other. When the bag was closed, there was no escape, and when the bag was closed, there was no escape for the monkey. Toto could not get his hands through the openings, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through, and he could not get his hands out of the openings, and also it was so strong, also the bag was so strong that he could not bite it. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. So what he could do, he could only jump with the bag or can roll with the bag on the floor. And what had happened then? An exhibition that attracted curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform, and when the grandfather was staying or waiting for train in the Dehradun railway station, and it started rolling, the onlookers, the big crowd started looking the bag and also enjoying the scene. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, and Toto was kept in bag as far as Saharanpur. But while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. And when grandfather was showing his ticket at the railway turnstile to the ticket collector, all of a sudden Toto Toto poked his head out of the bag and showed his white teeth to the ticket collector. The poor man was taken aback. The ticket collector was surprised, but with great presence of mind and much of grandfather's annoyance, and with great sense of presence of sense, and also to annoy grandfather. No, to also make things surprise to grandfather. The ticket collector said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. Sir, you have a dog with you." That means the ticket collector said grandfather that he had a dog with him. You will have to pay for it accordingly, and he had to pay for it also. He had to pay fare for it also. In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. And whatever the grandfather tried to prove that it was not a dog and it was also not a quadruped, but all in vain. He could not prove it. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was the sum handed over at his fare. And Toto was classified as a dog by the ticket collector, by the TC. The TC said that it was just like a dog, and he had to pay. So the grandfather had to pay 3 rupees as a fare for the animal. Then grandfather, just to get his own bag, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, and seeing this, grandfather became a little angry. So taking out the pet tortoise from his pocket, he showed it to the ticket collector and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" Then he told the ticket collector that what he should pay for that animal, because he charged for any kind of animals. The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise. He examined the tortoise very closely, prodded it with his fingers, also checked with his fingers, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look, and also looked at grandfather's eyes and said, "No charge, it is not a." He said that there was no charge for that animal because it was not a dog. When Toto was finally accepted by grandfather, he was given a comfortable home in the stable. Now, but when Toto was finally accepted that he was a member of that family, so he was also given a home in the stable, where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana, and there he had a companion. Toto had a companion, that is the family donkey Nana. On Toto's first night in the stable, when Toto was kept in the stable for the first night, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. So in the night, grandfather paid a visit to the stable to see if he was feeling comfortable there. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause, pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from the bundle of hay. That he found that Nana was trying to keep away, to get away from from a bundle of hay. That means she wanted to go away from that place. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches, and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. And when grandfather gave a slap at Nana's haunches, she jerked up and also dragged Toto with her. He had fastened on her long ears with his sharp little teeth. Look, he had fastened on her with long ears with his sharp and little teeth. Toto and Nana never became friends, and Toto the monkey and Nana the donkey never became friends there. Now, students, I have completed half of the lesson. Tomorrow I will complete it in the next video. Thank you.